1 second to allow this to warm up. Stand by. Oh, turn that off. YouTube always has a delay here on getting this started, so I guess that 30 seconds should be enough. YouTube, good day. Welcome to the Throwdown Thursday. Once again, welcome to the show. We have blue skies for like the first time in a week. It's been a while. Seems like, at least. We're at the purveyor of all good things Chinese. We'll give this a minute to warm up, see if anybody checks in, see who checks in. Somebody's bound to check in, right? It's Thursday evening. What else would you doing? You know what everybody's doing? Everybody's watching college football. We have returned to football season. For all its faults, it's still entertainment. But first start off with and in the description there, prayers for those children in Minneapolis. I haven't heard a whole lot of details, but just the sheer number of victims and everything in that is pretty devastating. So prayers up for all those people, their families, teachers, all those things. It sounds like the perpetrator ended their own life, which the way things are going seems more like demons killing the host than anything in a lot of ways. Demonic possession is a real thing. I wouldn't discount that possibility. But how do you make fewer victims, as Steve would say? What's up, Truth? How you doing? China? Well, I'm not talking about China. Actually, what do you say? Oh, China, Chinese food, I guess. I'm thinking Trump distraction from China, or using China as a distraction is what I was thinking of. But no, we are at the purveyor of Chinese cuisine. But that Minneapolis situation just goes to reiterate the strength of Steve at Corsair Trainer's message of being prepared, being mentally ready, more so than anything. Some of the numbers that come out of that are concerning in that I didn't hear of any adults being injured, while 17 kids were. I don't get how that happens. Considering proximity, teachers' responsibilities, and what they do, but I guess I'd use it as a lesson learned that you should be able to put yourself between somebody and the kids if you are ever in that position. Most of us aren't in that position, but be it what it may, it definitely didn't end fast enough. So always being aware of your surroundings and knowing that evil can creep up on you at any moment, at any location, at any time. Even here in front of the Chinese cuisine place, purveyor of goods, it could happen. It's pretty prevalent, but it's all about mindset. As reiterating Steve's message, the mindset in his last, I think he just did it. He may have done a short just a few hours ago. I don't know how old his short was. I just saw it, and it was talking about the gear is irrelevant. Training and mindset and the other things are what's relevant. If you look at some of the gear, gear and equipment used 100 years ago didn't make you less lethal if you had the right mindset and the right training. So stay frosty on that end, and I guess you got to pray for the situation as a whole, everywhere, every day, at all times, because you just never know where it's going to come up. And you can focus on it after the fact for the people impacted that are still with us, and the ones that are recovering, and families and all that stuff. But looking forward in the future, like you just got to ask for people to be there to intervene, that are willing to intervene in the situation and minimize the impacts when it does happen again. You know, you got to pray for those situations to be ended by good people with the right tools for the situation, whatever they might be. It can be a variety of tools. It doesn't have to be a firearm. It can be any number of bats, balls, I don't know, any name your improvised weapon of choice that can help with minimizing those situations. So just want to remember that before we start off here. We got a few more minutes here for the purveyors of Chinese goods are ready, I think. So what's up, Nickel? My Nickel. Not looking forward to the future. Well, you know, the future's coming. You got to look forward. It's coming. Texas State to win the Pac-12. Right? Yeah, it's probably going to happen one day. Just wait. Just wait, Truth. It's going to happen. I mean, Nickel. No, Truth. Truth says a fire extinguisher. That's what I was reading there. Yeah. And they improvised obstruction, distraction, and then use it as a club, even on the back end. Once you've extinguished all the extinguisher elements out in towards the attacker, use it as a club. There are many such cases, many things, and that goes back to the last video we did shortly of chat we did the other day with first aid. You know, like having a first aid with you. You would think that a school like that would have something close by at hand, but things are so shortly funded that it's hard to say if they even had basic trauma stuff. Everybody has their Band-Aids and, you know, B kits maybe, and maybe some anaphylaxis, what's that, not atropine, what do people use for allergic reactions? What's that stuff you have to get a crazy prescription for, that's crazy cost for bee stings, anaphylactic shock? But yeah, stuff like that you'd think a school would have, but they should have on top of that, you know, some more trauma supplies, but improvise a tourniquet, right? What is up, Steve? Just as I was singing his praises, Steve at Corsair Trainers has joined us, the purveyor of all good things, training, mental mindset, and being ready for the fight. I was just wrapping it up a little bit ago, Steve, just talking about mental mindset goes a long way to being prepared for such situations as went down in Minneapolis. It's not just about the tools, but improvising tools you would think would have been more effective than the numbers of injured that came out of that situation. But good to see you, Steve. Elizabeth, welcome to the chat. It's dark where Nickel is. Yeah, we got a long way. We're about an hour out. We got more than an hour out before darkness here, which is as it should be. Means the Earth's round, right? Vegas Stackers in the house. What's up? Driving, huh? Okay. You're always driving. You drive early in the morning, you drive late in the evening. Like, what is going on down there in Vegas? If we have a total reset, who loses? Hopefully the banks lose. Because hopefully it doesn't get reset in their favor. The idea is that they will drive the reset, I think, is their ultimate desire and wish. Yeah, total reset depends on who controls it, and how it's the propaganda machine promotes it as, oh, it's a total reset, and you know, the bankers still win. It's a good question though, to Nickel. Who wins in the long run? I think we can only lose if the bankers win. If anything else happens, maybe we will have a chance to win. Nickel's allergic to rail jackets. That's not fun. If they lower rates by 1%, silver hits $150. Man, I think it does even without them doing anything, but just more quicker, right, Nickel? $50 is a given. It's just a matter of how fast we get there. And you're welcome, Steve. Always putting out the good info and the good message, I guess you'd say. And yes, truth. Jesus wins in the end. The kingdom comes, and let it be done. Just only question we have is like, how does this thing all happen in the interim, right? Why is it everything going the way it is? But we've been warned, and ultimately it goes back to we've been told these things so that we know, and as a warning, you have to draw closer to Him in these times. It's not to be able to predict the date and time of the return. It's so that you know you better be getting closer. You better be doing your reading and your studying and your not prophesizing, discipleship as a part of that process. It has nothing else. There's no other reason for any of the prophecies other than you better draw close, and that's my mind. Hey, what's up, Saint? $40 silver very soon. Yeah, somebody said next week. The prediction is pretty much my days have been all messed up. All this rain has really messed me up. It's still Thursday. The prediction is tomorrow takes a good hit to keep the end of month report down, but then it hits 40 next week. That's kind of the prediction out there in the interwebs. Just one global bank. Well, that's the prophecy, right, Nickel? The one currency to rule them all, one government, one big beast system controlled by the one, the anti. Saint got premium back on the Libertads. Oh, did you let go of some Libertads, Saint? Or you mean the ones you bought a while back and they're now caught up to spot? Yeah, it's a good, as we say, price in a lot of ways is irrelevant until you're looking to sell. Like I'm just saving, stacking and saving until it's time to worry about what I need to use it for in the interim. Because again, when you're selling, you're not really selling for fiat currency. That's not what you want. You want to take that, you're only selling to get that fiat to do something else with it very, 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 very quickly. Very quickly, like same day if possible. There's no rhyme or reason to stacking so heavily and getting the metals and then just trading it in for fiat and put it in the bank or put it under your mattress. That makes no sense in any sort of realm of sanity, right? So just forewarned is forearmed, I guess. What are we at, the 13-minute mark? $55 by December, says Nickel. Yeah. Again, it doesn't really matter. Procure says truth. Procure as much as possible. Nickel's just a freak overall. Any auction, any type of deal he can find on the interwebs, he gets it. I don't think it matters the metal for you, Nickel. But yeah, what's going on other than the Minneapolis situation? I guess we got an armada off of Venezuela trying to distract from the economic condition. I think that's more of that. National Guard troops on the street because the economic condition is growing daily more distraught. What was something I saw today? Had to do with the playing politics while the economic situation for everybody burns. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Nickel, the Minneapolis situation. That's what I was talking about. For my whole first 5 minutes was about that. Demons are amongst us. Do not discount the presence of demons in the world and how they manifest themselves. You know? But yeah, Steve put out some good videos. Wayne at Becoming Dangerous did a good video the other day with his shotgun and bayonet on the shotgun. That was a good video. Do you really need a bayonet? Yes, you do. A longer, stabbier thing is always good to put on the end of the boomstick thing. That was a good video Wayne did on that. If you missed it, go check out Becoming Dangerous. Talks about stabby and loud boom things. The boomstick. But yes, you need a bayonet. Learn to use pointy things and keep somebody at bay, because nobody's wanting to want to grab that versus maybe something that's not as pointy and as sharp. Fixed bayonets. There you go, right, Steve? Fixed bayonets. We're up. Just be careful you don't cut yourself. Do a little training. Do a little bit of one back, two back with your bayonet affixed and with a scabbard on to maybe get a little practice. Practice on a good old tire. That's always what we used to do in the old days. I would imagine they still do now. I imagine the bayonet course probably hasn't changed much. It's still just a set of tires that look shaped like a human silhouette. It's amazingly hard to push a bayonet through a tire. You'd think maybe it might be a little easier. Tires are tough. If you ever had to, improvise some melee armor, a tire, if you could cut it up, if you have a way to cut it, shape it around, it's fairly durable. It's not, you don't just stab through a tire. And if you do stick it, it's hard to pull out. Ask me how I know. Right, Steve? How do we know these things? As Bikes and Bullets would say, human practical application is applied. So yeah, the Thursday Throwdown, we'll see when the interest rates come down, or the interest rates, if they actually get pulled down there, nickel, but I don't care what they do. Metals are going up. Inflation is just beginning to creep in. Just people aren't really that in tune, because they're always got all the other distractions going on with name your social propaganda tool that's going down. You need to fight the social warfare, I guess, and in some degrees you need to show people the right path and speak to the right path, and the things that are good. But if you get on that right path and you get others, if you have that influence, I guess that's important. But being obsessively reactionary and obsessively triggered by stuff is not a good path. All new retail items are now from tariffs. Oh, that's a good point, Nickel. Yeah, the tariffs finally kicking in on the shelf. You know what? I was in Walmart the other day. Oh, that's right. I was looking for some alcohol pads, the one single-use alcohol swab pads to replace the ones I pulled out of the kit the other day, and I couldn't find any. And I don't know if that's because I don't think those would be involved in the tariff thing, but I was like, they don't have any, like a package of these anywhere? I don't think they had them at Smith's, and that's why I went to Walmart after I did that check on the kit. And yeah, single-use alcohol swab pads, a little, what do you call them? They got a different name, technical name, but little alcohol pads. Clean off the spots or whatever when you're doing some medical cleanup. And yeah, they didn't even have them in Walmart or the Smith's grocery outlet, or which is better known as Kroger for all you East Coasters, all you Midwesterners and such. That was interesting, but that's not tariff related, I don't think. Okay, Nickel, here's something to look up. Silver being designated a pesticide by the FDA or the EPA, one or the other. I think that had to be the EPA. So I just found this out. Berkey water filters, people that make Berkey, New Millennium Concepts, are in a legal battle with the EPA over designation of silver in their product, in their filters, as designated as a pesticide because it's antimicrobial. And the worms that come out of that, if the EPA, I'm not sure what the second and third order effects of that would be, but you got to think of all the clothing and everything. It's in medical devices. Silver's everywhere. Are those pesticides just because they have silver in them? And a lot of them are used for medicinal, for antimicrobial properties. That's why they have silver in them. But you're designated an element, a pesticide, which we all know is just BS, is just straight not right. Like, that's silver's an element, it exists. It's not a pesticide. A pesticide is a compound created by people that's really bad for you. You have to get exposed to a lot of silver before you get that blue blood syndrome, where you actually turn blue. That's an excessive exposure to silver. But bizarre, I saw that. I'll have to post this, and I'd really like to see Salvate Metal do a rundown on this in one of his videos. Maybe shoot it. I'll tag him in the post. Maybe he knows about it. Maybe he did a video and I missed it. But proposing silver as a pesticide is just the most bizarre approach by a government agency I think I've ever heard, and it just makes you baffles. Like, is Evercoin Shop now a purveyor of pesticides that has to be registered with the EPA? Is this how you limit demand, or mute the market? Is this how you mute supply and demand, because you designated this pesticide and now it's got to be registered and regulated? Like, is this a whole backdoor regulation scheme? Like, my mind started spinning, like, what is going on with this? And I don't see how you could be. What government agent thinks you can just make this up? Oh, this element is now a pesticide. Like, are you dumb? Like, obviously you're just a bureaucrat because you have no idea about science or basic common sense. So check that out. I'll post it. If you see it on my community page, I'm probably going to tag Sal in it to see what he does or talked about it, because it definitely could have a dampening effect on demand and effects on dealers if there's some sort of fallout from this. Because apparently they lost the first round of legal standing in the case, and I don't know. We'll see. If the EPA gets away, this is worse than the EPA trying to control your pond on your property. Well, actually, I don't know if it's worse, because that's a property rights. That's pretty high up there on the list of importance. But it's just as bizarre and just wackadoodle as having the EPA say they control your pond on your property that you're catching water in. Bizarre stuff going on out there in the world. The EPA bureaucracy not changed even under the Trump guy. Truth Free says nano silver, anything though is problematic. Silver spoons, copper cups. What do you mean problematic? Like being designated as a pesticide problematic, or something else? Food Forest, what's up, Howie? How you doing? Howie's in full-on harvest mode up there in the Great Northwest. Same government waiting to outlaw rainwater. Yeah, that happens there, all over the place. Good to see you, Howie. Everybody, Angel R checking in. What is up? Good to see you. Can you do a proof of life video or something, Angel? I haven't. See what's going on. Are you still in Florida? Is Miami burning down? Like, what's going on? It's good to see you back on the YouTube. All these. You had that big layoff there after 2020. I don't think you commented on anything for years. But I hope you're doing well after the health issues kicked in. Whatnot. See you do that. What was that argument? Not argument. You were talking about getting, having a carbine was your best option for your environment. That was the last real discussion I remember having with you on a chat. It was like, yeah. So I got 23 minutes. My food is probably getting cold already. We'll check out, folks. We're going to hear the Chinese purveyor of Chinese cuisine and fight the power. Don't let them divide us. Unite against the man, and pray for those that are under the influence of demons, and that we all may be protected from such circumstance in all situations and wherever they may be, because they're everywhere and things are going on daily, like up in Minneapolis. So stay frosty, my friends. Prep hard, pray hard, live free.